Hello, all, and welcome to the Fantasy Whiskey Draft. We should actually rename this the Fantasy Whiskey Season, I guess, because this is the culmination of everything that we've done for the Fantasy Whiskey Draft. It was a draft. We did samples from everybody, so 30 picks. Everybody sent in 3 samples, so we had a 90 total. Shipped 15 samples to everybody. Some of them were their own picks, some of them weren't, and we all blind rated them as to what we think that they are. And then we gave scores, and then this is the culmination of that. So I've been saying on my shorts, who can pick the best team of whiskey on the internet? This is a Fantasy Whiskey Draft blind to find that out. So that's what this contributed to. We've got 6 reviewers. One of them's not here tonight. Unfortunately, Bryan is on his way to Texas right now, so he can't make it. But we have the Bourbon Besties, Bourbon of the Week, the Bourbon Jerk, and the Whiskey Break here on set. I'm gonna bring them here in a second. Let's get to some comments first. The Whiskey Nose. Let's go with these 2 legends. Thanks, man. I actually caught your live with Tom from the Bourbon Jerk when I was trying to see what I was in for in 2 weeks. So 2 weeks, I'm going live with Tom on his channel, so be sure to check that out. Marty Rafter says, "Hey, John, what's up, man? Go Birds." That's why the hat, man. Now that I'm, not ADHD trailing on comments. So tonight we are going to just culminate that. I have a lot of data. I'm a data is beautiful kind of person. So I have a bunch of slides. I actually have basically a Canva PowerPoint presentation for everything that's going to go on here. We're going to find out what the top rated picks are. We're going to count them down from 30 to 1. We're going to see who is the most generous reviewer, the least generous reviewer, and we're going to see all of that stuff. So a lot of stuff coming on. I'm going to bring everybody in with me. How's everybody doing tonight?
What's up? What's good? Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Come on, friends.
So I don't know about you guys, but I don't remember what I picked. So we're going to go team by team. I'm going to bring you guys on with exactly the same screen that we did when we did the draft. You can see what your picks are.
Great.
If you're watching this. I don't know if I can share I think I can share my screen. But we can go through your picks. First off, though, we're going to do the full draft over page. It is at the top here, but it is super busted. It is not in any way, shape, or form correct.
I blame Chris.
I blame me. Been trying to do stuff all day. Nobody mind the man behind the curtain. I'm sure this is great television right now.
Dead air.
Chris, I see you're no longer eating your dinner.
Nope, dinner's done.
Okay.
And now that's the best video of you we've seen all night.
My hand over the screen?
Yep.
All right.
I was going to give a speech, but if you guys want to wait for that, that's fine.
Do you want to do last year's winner's speech?
No. We'll wait for this year's win first. Go ahead.
So confident. All right. So we're going to go first with the whiskey break. You guys will have a little bit of time. I'll pop you on screen. You can talk about some of your picks. Do you remember what they are?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
No, I don't, and I also can't see them.
Okay, hold on. I think if I go in here, settings, share optional video. Nope, can't do it.
Gonna be great.
All right. I can read your picks to you if you would like. I can do that.
You might have to do. I think I remember mine.
Okay, so we're gonna go the whiskey break, Chris from Bourbon of the Week, the Besties, then Tom, the Bourbon Jerk, and then myself. So we're gonna take a little time, and I'm gonna pass it off to you guys, Jonathan and Taryn. Go ahead.
Great. Yeah. All right, so we'll start with our gem of collection. We went with a Redwood Empire 14-year finished in apple brandy barrels.
Yeah, I think this ended up being a good pick. I think we actually got it back as a sample.
Yeah.
And we were hoping the 14-year actually came through and kind of gave a little bit of age and at 110 proof. And I think this actually did pretty well. I think it ended up being okay blind. Maybe not as strong as some of the other gems, but still one of our better picks, I think.
Definitely. Yeah, I completely agree.
You want to
Next
go next?
one? Yeah. All right. World whiskey. We did Found North batch 7.
Right here. This was kind of, we considered it almost like a cheater pick as a world whiskey because it is all Canadian, like rye and corn and stuff like that, but comes off a lot more bourbon forward. Again, think that kind of worked well in the blind. I mean, we didn't have a lot of other world whiskeys to choose from, so it was kind of the best we could do.
Yeah, exactly. We definitely saw Chris, Bourbon of the Week, talk about it. Yeah. But I don't know if we heard from anybody else. And then we have the unfinished bourbon as Jack 10 batch 3. This one definitely didn't do as well for us as we would have liked.
Yeah, this was probably the biggest regret. This one, I still love the bottle, but tasting it blind, didn't rate it well. Then when I knew what it was, it tastes like I remembered. But I think this was a bad pick, too low proof, just not very good.
I think we ended up giving it a 4 on our end, which isn't good.
So could have done better on that. Something barrel proof. If like a stag was still available, that would have been better. Something like that. So.
Agreed. And then finished whiskey, we did Barrel Seagrass Gray Label. Super sweet. Yeah. We hoped it would do well.
I think it did so.
Yeah.
Maybe if we did the apple brandy in this category instead, maybe that would have been better. Yeah. But I don't know. It did okay, I think.
Yeah. And then last one, American whiskey or non-bourbon. We did Rare Character TKO, the single barrel from, which one was this one? Del Mesa.
Del Mesa. Another one that did just okay. We were hoping maybe this one could really be like a top contender, but we'll see how the people rate it. I think one of the reviews we saw was so. So I don't know. Not as bad as the Jack 10, but not the best pick.
We definitely think we lost. Yes. So we're happy for whoever wins.
Not very confident. Sorry, we can't hear you.
I restarted my mic. I dropped my phone on the table while you guys were talking, and then I heard it. My mic, and it got me. All right, so that's our line. Chris, Bourbon of the Week. Enter your monologue.
I have 5 great picks that clearly won this entire competition. I don't know why anybody else even entered, to be quite honest with you at this point. No, everybody had some great picks. I'm very interested to see. I like John, by the way, is very good at data collecting as well as these live streams. He does very well with the looks of things, as you can see as he brings me up on screen here so I can see what I have. With all of the data and everything, I'm very interested to see what everybody did for the worst picks and the best picks. But I started out with, what does that say there? Jack Daniel's 10-year. That's not me anymore. Rymea River. I started out with an ECBP C923, I believe was one of my picks, which is an absolute banger. And that basically took the Elijah Craig out of the equation, which is very good because there are some very good ECBP picks. Next, I had the Bardstown Am Root was the one that I was most worried about. I actually just did a blind of it myself and it didn't do too well. I didn't get it back myself. So I'm curious where that one falls. Then we had Russell's Reserve 15 as the gem of, I mean, if that's not the number one pick overall, then it wasn't Whiskey of the Year, according to everybody, which it was. We also had a World Whiskey, which was our, what was that? The Gold Spot 9-year. Never had it before, 35th anniversary or something like that. Gold Spot 9-year. I still, to this day, haven't drank it. And then my last pick was, what am I looking at here? My own pick, which wasn't a plug at the time, but this was a very good double barrel rye. Absolutely fantastic. Picked with Jeffrey Wack in here. Hello again, whiskey friends, Dusty Dan's whiskey reviews, and a couple other channels. So I think I did really well. I think that was going to be, that last one, that rye was going to be something that surprised people a little bit. So we will see. As you can see here, defending champions. So hopefully we can keep things rolling with that.
Back to
do I talk fast enough for everybody?
Oh yeah, you're great. Oh, so Jeff is Hello Again Whiskey Friends. That makes sense.
Yes, Jeffrey Wack and a couple other guys, Kelsey and Darrell, for Hello Again Whiskey Friends.
Hey to you guys, because they just asked me to be on stream sometime soon. think we're gonna put that up, so that'll be cool.
Yeah,
All
it's a
right.
fun channel. They're great guys.
Besties, do what you do best.
Go ahead. I'll let you go.
Do what we do best. All right, here we go.
Go
What
ahead.
I do best is talk shit about Chris Littlewood. So I just want to be clear that if Russell's Reserve 15 is the top pick, he only has it because I sent him the bottle. So if I'm taking the assist, if that's like number one, I'm taking the assist. Also, I want to point out that he said that he never tasted the gold spot.
Yeah.
Which means he picked something he never even tasted.
Yeah.
That should be a DQ right there. That's that. How do you pick something you never had? That's like, boo. All right, now let's talk about our picks. We, very similar to our friends at the Whiskey Break, we had a blast. We had fun. We do not think we are going to win, but we had a ton of fun, and we picked stuff that we like to drink. We purposefully put one pick in because we have a friend who owns a liquor store, and it was a shameless plug for them. So yay, Tomars.
Yes.
So we're excited to see where the Jack Daniels single barrel proof rye Tomars pick comes in. I did see someone reviewed it, and it maybe got a 9.
Who did that? Let me guess. Was that my son?
No,
Oh.
because it's a rye, and I don't know if he would have liked it.
He can't handle the rye.
That's a dicey one. So we have that one, which I do feel very good about that one. It is from the Coy Hill warehouse, so that I feel really solid about. Unless there's someone who hates ryes that got it, in which case it was a mistake, which many people made, because I also received ryes and I am not a fan, and my worst score of a 3.8 went to a rye. Unfortunate for whoever sent that in, because had Chris tasted it, probably would have ranked better. We split our samples. I did 7, Chris did 8. That's kind of how we scored. So I did all of the evens and you did all of the odds. So John, I know you love the data. Now you can figure out which ones I had and which one Chris had. We did do them in proof order. So our other picks, we had the Redbreast 15. We also are not big like world whiskey people. So we had to look at our shelf and be like, we got 3 to pick from. This is probably the best one we got. I didn't think about polling every person I know and cheating with assists out in the world, but come next year, I certainly will make sure that I take a different tack.
I know, it's just like the weakest link, and you get like phone or who wants to be a millionaire, phone a friend, poll the audience. Like, there should be an asterisk. If somebody wins, I'm just going to say this. He's typing away, so there's going to be a comment about. I feel like John's
going to comment and say it was in the specific description of how to play the game, and I just didn't read the rules because I have a short attention span. So I feel like this is going to blow up on me pretty fast. Our other picks were Gem of Collection. I chose the Remus Refill 5. It is one of my all-time favorites. I would have gone with some others, but I know where John's palate sits. So while I don't know all of you, I do know a couple of people and where they sit. So I purposefully didn't pick some things. That was probably the most strategic pick that I made. But then when I saw everybody else's, I was like, some of these are really, really good. So we'll see what happens with that. For our finished whiskey, we did the 2XO Phoenix blend. We're big 2XO fans. We
are friends with 2XO.
We are big fans, which I'm again going to shamelessly plug. Dixon Deadman actually donated an autographed bottle to a raffle we're about to do in April. So big shout out to them. They are not just great whiskey makers, but also great people. And then finally, our unfinished bourbon was Black Maple Hill. Which is kind of a different bourbon. We picked it because we figured not most people had it. I don't think it's like one that people are running out to, but we think it's really solid. Similarly, again, to our Whiskey Break friends, one of us did get that sample. And then when they read it, they were like, oh, man, no way. And we were disappointed in our own scoring. Yeah. But such is the fun of the blinds. So those are all our picks. That's all my trash talk. John, do that thing you do.
Did it again. So much to unpack there.
A lot.
Did I talk fast enough? First. I
believe they say if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Is that not the quote? Is that not? Somebody said that once.
I'm gonna say that was Tom Brady, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Somebody said it.
Yeah.
We don't mind Tom Brady in this house now that he's retired.
That's fair.
Still
real quick, I'm going to jump to the draft over page because the giveaway for tonight is for you to guess what is the top pick of this fantasy whiskey draft, which pick won. If you guess it correctly in the comments, you get to try all of my 5 picks. So, drop that in the comments and see if you win. Any early guesses from the peanut gallery?
I have a guess. GTS 23, I think. I think
guess.
that's going to be higher than Russell's 15, but
I would agree. I would say GTS does better than Russell's. I think it's going to be close. It depends who got what. That's the tough part about this is who got what.
Yep.
I'm
sending us that sample.
I'm Buffalo Trace. We're going Tater Juice, Buffalo Trace.
So I'm actually drinking the top pick right now.
Look, I know everything already. If anybody cheated here, it's the guy that had all the answers. Am I wrong?
I mean, I've had all the answers, yeah.
Oh, see?
It's a fun time.
A little coercion with the wife there, huh?
Oh, no. No collusion.
Collusion.
If you know my wife, she would not
let
me cheat.
You said coercion.
Yes.
It was something.
Something with a C.
All right, Tom, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Take it away.
All right, so my picks I actually wrote down here. So the first one I went with, in retrospect, might not have been the best way to go, but I went with Wild Turkey Rare Breed. To me, this is one that does seem to always do pretty well in a blind, but given that these were whiskeys that we were trying to score, I don't know that that's going to be one that really, blew people away such that they scored it real high. So in retrospect, I might have went a different way with that one. Next, I went with my Gemma collection, which was the 13th Colony Double Oaked. To this date, probably still one of my favorite bourbons of all time. I don't know who else got it. I want to say I saw John get it in his flight or his samples, and I think he scored it pretty well. I got it in my flight. I think I scored it pretty well too. I kept waiting for the GTS and the Russell's 15 and the ECBP, C923, but none of those made their way to me. So I think the highest rated one, as far as my scores went, was the 13th Colony Double Oaked. My next pick, I think, was the American whiskey, which I went with the Westward Cask Strength Single Malt. Again, I don't know who else got this one. I know I got it. I think I scored it okay. I remember liking the palate and the finish. The nose was a little bit funky based on what I remember, but still a good pour. My world whiskey was a Belvini 15-year sherry cask finish, which I think that's a decent pick. As far as trying to figure out what world whiskeys I have and what I could have put into the contest, I really wasn't picking from a real big pool. So I thought that one, given that it had a sherry finish, maybe appeals to more bourbon drinkers, like I think we all are in this competition. So I thought that was a decent pick. I don't know who else might have got it. I think maybe I saw Chris get this one. I could be wrong. I don't remember how he scored it. And then I think my last one was the New Ref 6-year sherry finish rye, which is one of those whiskeys that anybody that I shared it with this past year just thought it was outstanding. And I know Chris posted a review on that, so I know he got it. I think he rated it pretty well. I don't remember who else might have got it, but that was those were my picks. And in kind of looking at the recap here, I know I didn't get like the real big hitters that I was expecting, but a lot of you guys picked some obscure things, as far as I'm concerned, that really surprised me. So I'm interested to see how this shakes out as far as the winner and the highest rated, the lowest rated. So this should be interesting. Let's see how this plays out here, John.
All right, and then I'm just skipping to me because I'm next. So, my picks, I went American whiskey first, which I realized later was cheating because I had said American whiskey can't be anything that has the characteristics of bourbon, and that is Jack Daniel's to a T. And then number 2, I picked Old Fitz VVS as the gem of my collection. Then Redbreast Cask Strength as my world whiskey. The Woodford Masters Batch Proof as my unfinished bourbon, which is the only one I think I got out of my own. And then finally the Maker's Mark Heart Release as my finished whiskey. So, yeah. Bringing everybody back in. I'm going to ask one question. We're going to go round table. And then we're going to go into the data. So, first question, or last question, I guess. What would you do differently picking next year? Start with the besties, go to Tom, Chris, and then the whiskey break. Go.
Go ahead.
Cheat.
I would do a Chris Littlewood and ask everybody else since I don't know much about bourbon. And then, it'd be phone a friend kind of stuff. And then,
I'm going to add one more thing. I also wish that I had done more research on everyone's palate because I really I knew a couple of people and I knew things they did. Like I knew some things that Chris likes and doesn't like. I know some things John likes and doesn't like. I didn't know anything about Tom. I knew some about the whiskey break. And Bryan was like a full wild card for me. I literally have no idea what Bryan likes at all. And there's no way to research it. But I wish that I had a little bit of that because I probably would have been more strategic.
Yeah, in all seriousness, that, studying people's palates probably would have been,
That's what I would do differently.
Yeah.
Chris is over here just biding his time.
They're lucky I like them,
Like I said, I think I probably would have went with something with a little bit more cachet than Wild Turkey Rare Breed for that particular category, because it is such a broad category. And instead of going with something that I think everyone likes, I probably should have went with something that is like a showstopper type, like a GTS or something real fancy like all the ones that Chris brought out in his. And as Chris went through his, I'm getting kind of pissed because the obscure ones that he picked, I know I liked and I scored really well. I didn't even get the bangers that he put in. So, I don't know that that's a good harbinger of things to come here, but yeah, that's what I would do different. And like these guys, like the besties just said, I don't know what any of you guys really like. I mean, I watched Chris's channel. I'd seen John's channel. I had not been familiar with Whiskey Break or the Besties until the competition started. So, again, you're just trying to go with what do people generally like. I didn't know that she hates rye. So if I put a rye in there, even if it's a pretty well rated rye, she might crap on it. So, that's just kind of you live and learn.
Chris.
So yeah, I think following what everybody else says, keeping it simple almost feels like the better option in a competition like this, where instead of going out and trying to think like, hey, I really like this and it's different than everything else, we're all here for a reason. We all love a specific thing, and it's bourbons, it's rye, whether it's you love rye or you don't, but you know what I mean? Like we love that type of whiskey. So I think other than like world whiskey, kind of keep it simple, stupid. People are going to like Elijah Craig barrel proofs. People are going to like GTS. People are going to like the high-end Wild Turkey stuff or the high-end Buffalo. It's just maybe overthought something like a Bardstown Am Root where, hey, I liked it. I thought it was really good. Maybe it'll shock people. But when you're drinking blind, you're not like, oh, I didn't think I was going to like this. And now it's actually better than I thought. So you're doing it blind. So you got to kind of keep that in mind as well, where you're just, hey, I'm sipping this. Is it good or is it bad whiskey? Is it something I enjoy or is it something I don't enjoy? No names behind it. So kind of just simplify things to a T and put out the bottles that people are going to like.
There.
Yeah, I think personally, I probably wouldn't put any more ryes. Well, we put a lot of ryes in there, but we're huge rye fans over here, so that may not have gone over well with other people. And then
otherwise, we're huge Buffalo Trace fans, and obviously that just does really well. And we didn't pick a Buffalo Trace bottle.
Yeah.
I think Stag getting picked first kind of threw us off, but we should have thrown in like an EHTL barrel proof. Like I think that goes toe to toe with something like a GTS, and so I think we did ourselves a disservice by not throwing in like a good Buffalo Trace that we really like.
Yeah.
And I guess for me, I'm going to make a draft board ahead of time next year because with doing all the stuff, I picked by the seat of my pants. So, not going to do that next year. So, is everybody ready for the data?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited about this.
All right. Can everybody see?
I want to see Littlewood's pick being dead last.
Unfortunately, you won't see that tonight. So,
you want to bet?
Oh man,
I'll bet you.
All right, so we're gonna go from 30 to 1. First screen here, we've got 30 to 16. The 30th ranked whiskey, Whistle Pig 12 year. With a 14.7 out of a possible 30 points. So less than 50%.
And MSRP on that is
way too much.
$250.
Shut up.
That's right.
Oh,
It's not that much, but it's too much.
I know.
it's like 150 plus.
that's a lot.
All right, number 29. Westward Cast Strength, single malt, 15 of 30.
Y'all
That
don't
was
get
a
down
tough
with
one.
the single malts.
Mm-mm.
That was in part my fault. That was the lowest one I rated out of 5.
Hey,
So, sorry, Tom.
no, it is what it is.
Yeah. Let me look at the other ones on that one. The Whistle Pig, Bryan's pick, and he got that one, and he gave it a 4. So,
Oh.
yeah. That one's tough. Getting your own picks back is tough.
Yeah, it
Oh,
is.
definitely is.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if this can do it. It is. Number 28, the Balvenie Sheri 15 at a 15.4.
That's our fault.
That was my one. I'm sorry.
I
hated
scored that pretty
one.
well, I think.
Oh, wait for it.
Hold
Wait
on.
for it.
Yeah,
So-
no, this is the biggest plot twist.
I'm gonna just say this, and I want to be very clear about it. And of all we recorded all 15 samples. This is the only one that everyone should watch. Is my face when I see that it's a Scotch, because I am a full on 100% Scotch hater, like hater. And I'm like, oh, I like this. I could spend time with her in the summer. I'm like I literally said that. I swear to God.
No,
It's
seriously. It's in the
and
notes.
then my face as I look at it, I'm like, I don't even know how to say this, but I'm so angry that I picked this.
That's funny. Well, they do say that particular brand is a good, kind of a bridge brand.
Introductory.
People trying to get into Scotch.
I think it may have been one of the highest scores I gave.
Hey.
So
I'm pretty sure it is.
I thought if I could win Chris over with that one, that might do okay. And I think he. Do you remember what you rated it, Chris? I swear that was one of yours.
Chris gave it a 6.8.
I think it was one that I gave a pretty good score. I can't remember.
The whiskey break.
Yeah, that was my
Did not
one.
like that
I
one.
gagged on that one. It was not good.
no.
I am so sorry, but I hate Scotch. I absolutely hate Scotch.
So do
Jonathan
I.
rated it a little higher than me, but he also didn't like it.
I'm more okay with Scotch, specifically like smoky Scotch, but for some reason, neither of us got any of the sherry. And that's kind of what we were looking for. I don't know if it was just that day or whatever, but yeah, we were okay with the other single malts and other world whiskeys that we ended up getting. But for some reason, that one was we just got all the Scotch Band-Aid and we couldn't look past it. Sorry.
Hey,
Did you
blinds
guys just
don't lie.
average your scores, or did you just pick?
We kind of
We
talked
did,
it,
yeah.
a little bit of averaging, a little bit of talking it through. We made sure we agreed on it.
Okay. All right, next up. Gotta click over here. 27, Black Maple Hill Small Batch at a 15.9.
I was actually looking forward to trying that one, and I didn't get it. I was curious. You guys talk so highly about it. I was curious what that one was like. So
Wait for
apparently
it.
not great. Apparently not great.
I
rated
got
it
it.
well because I thought it was Scotch.
I got it. I tried it. And let me tell you, that bottle, I love that bottle. Blind, I did not like that bottle. I crapped all over that bottle.
Oh,
and
no.
now I hate
The blind will do it.
Your own worst
I
enemy.
got you.
So good.
Is Brian gave that a 2. So
Well, Brian,
You guys are ruthless in this.
yeah.
Brian has
Ruthless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait till you guys see who was the most generous, least generous, and
Well, we can tell.
gave all those.
Well, I think I am. I
At
don't
this
think
point,
gave
I
anything
have to be the
zero.
most generous
One.
overall. I think my lowest score was like a 6.4. You guys are out here giving 1s and 2s.
You're-
It
that's
was
where
a
I'm at,
ranking
Chris. I think
system
mine
though
was
for
like a
us. Like it was
6.9.
like our least favorite has to be a 1. Like
Or like,
But you didn't drink all 15 of them together, right?
Right.
we did 5 and then 10. We had like
yeah.
5 with
Oh, no
like
wonder
our-
you're hammered. You're hammered by the
Yeah.
last one. You're
No.
like, this
There's
crap.
2 of
Round
us.
the house here.
There's
Okay,
2 of
okay.
us.
That's right. There's
I
two.
did like 3 in one night, and I'm stumbling through a video. I'm like, Jesus.
All right.
You're a lightweight.
Hold on. Chris, I don't think you were here for this.
Okay, relax. I can hang with the best of them.
Chris and
number
I drank
26.
all 15 yesterday.
Jack Daniels 12 year. So my top
Oh.
pick is the 5th worst pick.
Yeah, it did not hit. I've
I
got
thought
one that I
this was-
love.
I've been-
I did not like it.
I've been trying to tell people Jack 10 and that Jack 12 are not great whiskeys for me.
That batch
I don't
one
think they're good.
is-
Well, you're
I
right,
don't
because
know
the
what
next
happened
one's
to the
Jack 10.
sample.
Yeah.
They're
sense.
not good whiskeys. People need to try people see Jack 10, Jack 12, and they just get so excited about it that they want them to be good. Maybe not everybody. Sheri's looking at Chris up there like, good.
Dude, I love
Okay.
it in a vacuum.
Did you guys get those too?
No.
I got
Either one of them? Okay.
We got both.
We picked Jack
You got
10 and we
both?
got it back. It's one of those. I still love it knowing what it is when I go into it, but it should be like a bougie everyday drinker. Like it should be like $80.
It tastes so
readily
off
available.
profile for like a typical whiskey for me.
It doesn't
Yeah, I didn't get any of that like
Neither of
banana
them
We
are
gave them
good.
both 4s.
Usually get.
Yeah, we give them basically the same
Mhm.
score.
All right, gonna keep moving. Number 24, Jack Daniels Twice Barreled Rye.
Jack Daniels.
Yeah, Jack Daniels
Dang,
is getting hit.
Nobody's
right
loving Jack in this, huh?
Jack is getting hammered.
now. Don't worry, it gets redemption.
Give that one a 5.
Number 23, Backbone Double Oaked. Boot Clapper Rye.
You guys are terrible palates, all of you.
Oh, sorry.
Let me
I'm
guess,
actually-
Sherry got that one, didn't
Oh,
she?
I got that one.
No, I got
The
it. And I,
Besties gave that a 4.9. The Whiskey Break gave that a 9.
Yeah, we like that one a lot.
Because
You got some friends?
it's good whiskey, and those are 2 great palates up
I
there.
gave it a 7.25. Don't look at me.
it's probably great whiskey if you like rye, but I don't
Yeah,
love rye.
That was the problem.
I like
I
that.
didn't.
All right. Well, next year, give it to Chris. Give it to Dad.
No.
All right,
Next
number
year, give it to
22,
Dad. If you don't like it, give it to Dad.
Red Breast Cast Strength.
What is it?
Red Breast Cast Strength.
Okay.
And then 21 is Red
That's
Breast 15.
crazy.
Oh, red.
I think I gave that a great score.
The cask strength is beaten by the 15, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah, not for me. I think I had them both back to back, and I think the cask strength is quite a bit better.
Let me look. I have all of the picks.
I can't
over on
remember
the
now.
side here.
John can fact check everything we
I
say,
can
which
fact
is
check literally everything.
very concerning for my mouth because I like to run my mouth a lot.
Brian actually tanked the Red Breast cast strength. I can't talk today. With a 4.5.
Why
And
doesn't
then-
that surprise me? Like, does he even know what he's doing?
Yeah, he
He
has
just
a
knows what he
palate.
likes.
Does he even like whiskey? Do you guys
No.
even like whiskey?
Like,
He's
He
like,
would eat crow if he wins.
He's like, oh,
She
look
said-
at this.
We're not going to talk
This
shit
isn't
about
tequila.
wines
Oh, that's a
here.
10.
He
Oh,
likes American
of course,
whiskey.
10.
Yeah.
All right.
They're actually tequila drinkers hated as whiskey as a whiskey channel.
All right, Red Breast 15. The
Oh,
Besties
so
gave it
back
the
to
lowest
back.
score with 5.9. Which
And that was ours.
which is-
Ours.
Tom gave it a 7.7. I gave it a 7.75. So, next up, Remus Repeal 5.
Oh,
Wow.
At
That
number
hurts
20.
my heart.
We like that one.
I've
That was tough. I actually
recently
think I gave that
blinded
one a
that
really
as
awful
well.
I gave that.
I recently
a
blinded that one as well outside
6.25.
of this, and it wasn't good.
Huh.
Dang.
We like that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you gave that a
that was a good one.
7.3, Chris.
That hurt my heart.
Yeah, we like
Okay.
that one.
I thought I
Yeah, I
loved
think it was decent. People loved that bottle when it came out, including myself.
Yeah, for
Same.
sure.
I also love that bottle. It's
All right,
the
number
gem of my
19.
collection.
Yeah, that's tough. 19, 2XO Gem of Kentucky.
Oh,
She's rough.
Yep. Number
Yeah.
18, Wild Turkey Rare Breed, which, Tom, look.
Oh,
it
that's
beat
pretty good.
18th. It beat.
Middle of the pack.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
tracks.
but I mean, it's a $46 bottle.
I
It beat
think
a
I
bunch
think
of much more
I
expensive
think I
whiskeys.
rated that pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I rated that pretty high.
See,
No,
I mean, maybe again, that was your gem of your collection, right?
Rare
No,
breed.
unfinished.
Or was that
It
your
unfinished
bourbon?
No, just
It was an unfinished bourbon. Okay,
Yeah.
then yeah, that's not a bad spot for that at all. As an unfinished
Yeah.
bourbon.
Fact checking.
Totally.
Yeah, so it
Better
was
than Jack 10 and 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting for sure.
Yeah, it actually had a 7 is the lowest score from Bryan. Seen a
Surprise.
here.
Fucking Brian's a hater.
He's cranky.
All right, 17, Rare Character TKO Single Barrel.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Better than I thought, to be honest, because it is rye.
Didn't have that.
Ready for this? I loved that one.
Oh, good.
I saw at least one of you tasted it and thought it was finished, which we agree with. It's not finished, but
That's what I think. I don't know if that was me
Yeah.
or not. I think I said
Might be
something
you.
like it tasted finished. Yeah.
Yeah, you gave it a 6.4. Besties gave it 9.2.
Yeah, that's
and
really
Bryan
not
gave
bad.
it a 7.
Nice.
So the first time Bryan hasn't been the lowest.
He's a
I didn't
hater.
love that one. That one surprised me though.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
I'd like to
And
know
then
his
another-
range of scores. Was it like
Sorry.
1 to 6?
Nothing above a 6.
Yeah. I gave a 5 to 1. There was only one 1 given. And then there was a couple of 2s, a couple of 4s.
Sorry.
Yeah, it happens. All right, 16, Redwood Empire, Haystack Needle, 14.
That's
Apple
not bad
Berry.
either.
Yeah,
I'll tell
low
you what, I
for a
love that
gem,
one.
but it's okay.
I don't
I got
remember what
that
I
one.
rated it, but I remember liking it quite a bit.
We got it back too, I think. We put it at like in 7-ish.
Yep, 7.
Yeah.
As far as surprises go, that was definitely
God damn.
one of the few that I was like, what the hell is this? I really like it. And
Yeah.
Tom, I think that was your second rated, too.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, Tom liked that a lot.
Nice.
Let us know if you need more of a sample.
Yeah.
yeah, I rated that one pretty high. I just pulled out my scores.
Tons of Red Empire over here.
It is California, so makes sense. All right, 15 to 1. You guys ready for the final countdown?
Yeah.
I know. What else? All right.
All right, number 15, Maker's Mark Heart Release.
Wow.
Wow.
I surprisingly like that one.
Also, not a huge fan. Wasn't a
Yeah,
fan
you're
of
the
it.
lowest. It's
Yeah, I'm not
7-1.
I'm not a big Makers fan anyway. So
I like that heart.
I haven't found one Maker's bottle that I like truly loved. There's good ones out there, but nothing that I've truly loved.
see that's
So
why
the
you're
whiskey
my
break.
Yeah.
So
Where
they
we
all
did
like
haters. Yeah,
They
where
gave
we
that
did
the
haters,
highest
and that
score.
was the best we've had.
Okay.
It was good.
Did I send you guys
The
a
blind will
of
tell.
Maker stuff?
Yes, you
Yeah.
sent us Cellar Age. We haven't tried it yet, but we want
Okay.
to soon.
I'll send you
I'm
bottles
curious.
of it because I got like 32 different makers over here.
Nice.
All right, number 14, Old Fitzgerald 13 VVS.
What?
Damn.
Ow.
I'm gonna just say something that not blind, but I had this pour, and I would say that it was probably one of my favorites ever. I won't use the word I used in person, but explosions. I'll just say that it was.
I thought
It was
it
a
was
very-
kinda nice.
Explosions where, Sheri? Explosions where?
Yeah, I didn't get any of those.
Yeah,
There were no explosions for you?
it was so good.
Tom gave it a 7.9. The Whiskey Break gave that a 6.5.
Damn.
I kind of felt shitty after I gave it that. I was
And
like,
Brian gave it
Yeah. I
Brian
felt
gave
that.
it 1.
Open that card up, you're like, oh, there ain't no way.
like John's gonna hate me.
Tasting it blind, we almost thought it was a rye at first, which again, we're weeded haters, so
Yeah.
maybe that's why, but it was strange.
I think relative to what I was drinking that night, it just hit really average because it's low proof and there wasn't like any one flavor that popped for me. It just kind of was like,
It tasted very
good.
balanced.
Yeah, it was balanced.
It wasn't anything
to hate
special,
about it.
I think.
But I don't know. Maybe I was hoping to be blown away.
So the
Yeah.
thing that I didn't do a blind for the end of the year, in part because that was one of my top 5. Because I didn't want to go from 100 proof to 140. for my Nulu single barrel. And I was really worried that, like last year with the Jack 12, it wouldn't fare as well in a blind as I thought it would. So
yeah,
I kind of agree with you guys. I didn't get that one. It was Bourbon of the Week, the Bourbon Jerk, and Whiskey Break. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Barrel Seagrass Gray Label.
What? That did way better than I thought it would.
Yeah,
I forget. I don't think I gave it that good of a score.
I got that one, and I think I actually gave it its low. No, actually, Chris gave it its lowest score. That's fine.
I guess I'm the one that gave it the highest score then, right?
You did 8.4.
Nice.
I love regular seagrass, and I think that was the last one I tried.
Yeah.
Of the bunch, and I was like, "Damn, this is really good."
It was the nose for me.
Mm-hmm.
The nose isn't much.
Yeah.
But the palate is really good. And then I was tasting it, and I saw the order that it was, and I was like, "This tastes like nothing."
Yeah.
But like very fruity. Not nothing.
Yes.
But tastes
You know
very
what's
fruity,
funny?
but it's really high proof. It has to be the Barrel Seagrass.
What's funny is I watch Chris's videos as soon as they come out, and so I think in at least 2 of them, maybe it was even more. He's like, "I know there's a barrel seagrass in here. I know there's a barrel seagrass."
Yeah.
Dude, I thought everything finished was barrel seagrass. Something's gotta be barrel seagrass.
That's great.
I guessed several things multiple times.
Yeah.
100%. It was wrong. I was like, it's still in play. It's got to be barrel seagrass. So Wizard Pig and barrel seagrass, I was like, it's got to be one of these two. And then the one was TKO. I was like, how is this not one of these two?
Yeah.
All right, number 12, 2XO Phoenix Blend.
Wow.
She's
Look at that.
She's delicious.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I thought that one. I have that bottle, and I think it's pretty good. But when I was drinking it in the blind, I'm like, this is fantastic. So
Gotta try the sneakerhead. Gotta try that sneakerhead. Let me tell you that.
No, I got the first 3. I think it was.
I got them all.
You got them all.
I think it's hysterical that it beat the Gem of Kentucky.
Yeah.
I
Totally.
I'll take it.
Number 11, Gold Spot Irish Whiskey.
We liked it.
Look, stop clapping because you didn't try this. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, look at him.
Look at him.
Look at him. He's celebrating 11.
Oh, yeah.
Now you
I
have
have
to
to try it against your top of
I hate that
2024.
that's Chris's pick. I do. I'm not.
That's delicious, is it not?
Drink it right now.
That's disgusting. You guys like that?
Drink that shit right this
Glad
second.
I didn't get that one
That's your
back.
punishment.
Am I muted?
No.
You can send it our way.
Oh, that was terrible. It's got a little Bourbon of the Week backwash in it now. It's all yours.
Don't know where that mouth.
I'll sample that out for an extra $5 per donation tonight. Everybody who donates $5 right now gets a sample of my backwashed gold.
Yes.
Forever unclean.
Bathwater, baby.
Every single $5 donation gets one.
Jeez.
Send them in, folks.
The Whiskey Break gave that the lowest at 7.5. Then Tom gave it an 8.2,
Wow.
and I gave it an 8.25.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess it's good.
All right, top 10. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 10, Bardstown Bourbon Company Amroot collaboration.
Interesting.
Interesting. And I'm over here talking about maybe I shouldn't have added that one. Now it's a top 10. I think it is decent and it's different, but I didn't love it at the end of the day.
Celebrate that 10 and that 11.
Yeah, I want to see who got that.
Pretty good.
Besties got it, Bryan got it, and the Bourbon Jerk got it. Lowest is a 7.5, highest is an 8.5. Yeah. Number 9, Found North Batch 9. Batch 7. Sorry.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a good bottle.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
Is that the number 1 world whiskey?
you'll find out.
Oh.
Don't
spoil
turn into
things.
Chris
Sorry.
Little.
Sorry.
Yeah, don't get ahead of yourself.
Yeah, chill out over there. You don't get a drink.
Oh.
We will have that breakdown where it is the
Beautiful.
top
We love
positions.
it. That was our lead-in, actually.
All right, number 8, Russell's Reserve 15.
Number 8.
Number 8.
Oh,
Damn. All right, listen.
Oh.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
What's
You
crazy
said
is
we had a
didn't
good
get
palate
it.
earlier, so keep that in mind.
I totally understand there's a few bottles on here that's better. There are 7 bottles out here that are better than that bottle.
Maybe there's not a lot of separation between the first 7.
You gave it by far the highest score at a 9. I gave it an 8.25.
And it deserves to be there.
7.
No, it doesn't.
Somebody get these two. These two. I thought these two were going to be my enemies over here, Mom and Dad. These two are my haters, my arch nemesis now.
No, I don't typically like
a 7 for Russell's 15.
I don't typically like Russell's.
Yeah. Same. I'm with you. I also don't really like Russell's.
Look, I thought I loved it, and I gave it an 8.25.
That's rough.
John's your biggest op.
Yeah.
See?
And the sample bottle smelled like you. So like, yeah, this is automatically a 3.
I rubbed them all on my sweatshirts before I set them out. Give it a little bourbon of the week must, you know?
Oh man.
Number 7.
You guys are like, this nose is smelling a lot like baby puke and breast
Number 7,
milk.
Elijah
What is
Craig
that?
Barrel Proof C923.
Damn.
So again, this was another one that like when I drank, I don't remember what the number was, but this is another one that when I looked at it, I was like, you got to be kidding me, because I ranked it way less than I would have thought I would have.
You still gave it an 8.5.
Yeah, but
I'm running it.
Asked me, I would have thought it would have been like a 9+.
Bryan gave it a 7.
Of course he did.
He's not even here to defend
That's
himself.
3 in the
That's
top
hilarious.
11, but I'm still getting. I feel like I don't have enough to hold on here. What's the top 6?
Well, number 6, Woodford Masters Batch Proof 2023.
What? I did like that.
Which is trash, by the way.
Those are
Awful
okay.
drink.
That's surprising.
I hate every single one I've tried.
I like that one.
Well, then it's good you didn't get it, because
I know. That you talk about giving out ones. That would have been it.
the lowest that got was an 8 from Bryan.
Wow.
Bryan again with the what the. I think he's looking in the envelopes.
I think he has a system.
I agree. Can we get some video review on these reviews over here?
Yeah, Bryan needs to answer for these.
If he was cheating, he was doing.
Mine's all recorded. You could all see what I did each time, everyone.
Yeah, after the first ones when you were like, "Oh, look at the sample number,"
and you weren't supposed.
I tried it. I edited it out post. You know,
giant blur.
I waited till this was over to post all hours in case I had them effed up. I'm like, I'll post it all tomorrow.
All right, number 5.
Correct.
Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye Tomar's pick.
Nice.
Man,
Wow.
who had the number 5? Oh.
Go rye.
Yeah, hey, Chris, celebrate that 10 and 11.
That's pretty good. I'm pretty stoked. I was excited to see where that one landed. We really, really like it a lot.
Tom gave that a 7.2. I gave that a 9.
For some reason.
Besties gave that an 8.8.
Nice. We probably would have rated it high.
Yeah.
It's good.
I was eating crow for that one too, because I went on an Instagram live and I said that I liked a different pick better than that one. And I guess I'm just going to have to blind him at some point, because that was not. I mean, that one was great. All right, number 4. Jack. Nope. New Riff 6-year Sheri finished rye.
Wow.
That was my number 1 surprise in this entire thing. That bottle is banging.
Yeah, those are good, man.
And somebody talked about not getting Sheri on the Belva, whatever that hell that is. I did not pick up the Sheri note on that.
That's really funny because we got it immediately.
Yeah, it's like as Sheri gets, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might have been my 3rd one of the night, but I just did not pick up Sheri on that.
That's my one gripe is that maybe it was too much Sheri, but we kept going back to it.
There's never too much Sheri. There's never too much.
It was really good.
Yeah, I gave that an 8.5. The Whiskey Break gave that an 8, and Chris gave that an 8.9. Number 3.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
Stag 24A.
Yeah.
I didn't get that one.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Sometimes the good stuff's good, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
Brian gave that an 8.
I scored that one pretty high, I think, didn't I?
You gave that an 8.7. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
I don't
Top
mind
2. Number 2, 13th Colony Double Oaked. Batch 2.
Oh, we wanted that one.
I mean, just what are you going to do at that point?
The lowest score that got was an 8.8. And that was Tom's top score.
I think I gave it a 9.1. That thing is just so good.
You did give
Bryan would have rated it a 3.
I might have got a 5 from Bryan.
Bryan gave it a 9.
Bryan, maybe a 5.5 if he was feeling good.
You gave it a 9? What the? I think he was drunk by then.
Probably.
Yeah, that was his 14th one. He said, "This thing's delicious."
100%. That's what happened to mine. By the last one, I was like, "Yeah."
Sheri's just giving out 10. She's like, "It's freaking delicious." 10.
Delicious.
I'm like, "Hun, that's water. Put it down."
We got to get some comments here after this because there's some
What's
good ones.
left?
But number 1 whiskey, George T. Stagg, 2023.
Deserved.
I mean,
I didn't get
we
it.
clearly have a fan favorites around here. Yeah. Stagg, George T. Stagg, top 10. Elijah Craig, Russell's.
Besties gave that 9.1. I gave it a 9.5, and so did the Whiskey Break. So.
Yep.
Yeah, and we didn't get Stagg 24A, so I feel like that the Stagg got spread around to everyone. Everyone ranked them super high.
Yeah. All right, real quick, we're gonna jump into the all 6 because I need to talk about comments.
Nice.
Josh Bennett says there's an apple brandy haystack. Yes, there is.
Yes.
Johnny Dean, late to the party. Cheers all. Uncle Dave, hey, what's up, man? Josh again. Woodford over C923 is fake news. You can shut your mouth.
Tell him who's that.
Blind that? Lie.
Josh Bennett.
Look, the data doesn't lie.
Josh, come. You're joining us next time.
It's blind. Like that's
Josh
the beauty
is
of
the
blinds.
Wish version of Steve Wilkos. Leave him alone.
I'm gonna blind you.
Just because they're blind doesn't mean you guys don't have bad taste in whiskey. C923 being that crazy. Russell's Reserve 15, number 8 or 9, crazy.
That Butthurt shirt looks good on you.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, back to the presentation. So the top whiskey of last year's fantasy whiskey draft, George T. Stagg. It was pick 13, which is crazy.
Did anyone else really have that as an option, or maybe a couple people?
No, I had one, but I was waiting to open it until my daughter was born.
Yeah.
So
nice.
I didn't want to break into it yet.
Yeah. Congrats, by the way.
Yes,
you.
congrats.
All right, so there's the bottle. Top rated by position. Obviously, the gem of the collection, George T. Stagg, top overall rated bottle. The top unfinished bourbon was Woodford Masters Batch Proof. The top finished whiskey,
Trash.
New Riff 6-year.
Yeah.
Sheri finish.
Trash.
Wow.
No, that one was good.
Did you give that a 9?
Hater.
That one was fantastic. I think we know where this is going.
You're the reason Russell's 15 scored that low if you ranked the Sheri so high.
That might be true.
The top American whiskey, Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof Rye, Tomar's pick. And then the top world whiskey, Found North Batch 7. So there you go, the whiskey break. All right. Most generous reviewer
was
Tom
not
the Bourbon
Bryan.
Jerk.
I didn't say that'd be me.
120.7 of a possible 150 points.
Wow.
I wish more of my whiskeys went to that guy. I got Bryan up here giving out 4.3.
Yeah,
It's funny
I'm
that you
thinking
mentioned
if
that.
Tom
Yeah,
up
least
there,
generous
like,
was Bryan.
You get a 10. You get a 10. You
Bryan!
Brian gave a
I didn't go higher than
97 of
8.8,
150 total
I don't think,
points.
Ow.
Wait, how much? What was it, John? Say it again.
97 of 150.
Wow.
All right, and then by numbers,
What do you hate about whiskey exactly?
He's not
he's
he's
not
not
here to
playing.
defend himself.
He's not playing next year. Out of the league. He was an expansion team. We don't
He's
want to
watching this on the airplane. Just telling
send
him
him
his
to the
fault.
Canadian league.
You gotta rename it the biggest hater.
I feel like, honestly, but the stuff that he ranked high, whoever had those, they should feel really good. Like if Bryan gave you an 8 or a 9, you should feel great.
It was why I
Ours
called
was
it the most
barely
discerning.
better.
Very picky.
Yeah, we'll defend Bryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's defend Bryan now. Like,
I'm just being polite.
Brian's a good dude.
He is a good guy.
he's a good dude. He just doesn't know whiskey. Anyway.
All right, the number 2 highest total points awarded was Chris. Bourbon Bombers gave a 119.6. Then myself at 15.75. The Besties or 2X Okers, 111.7. Then a huge drop to Rye Me a River at 99.
Not my fault.
I was going through these. I was going through the totals,
Wait a
and I was like,
minute.
man, it is going to be a toss-up between the whiskey break. And
what I
Bryan
really don't like, I really don't like, and what I love, I really love.
I mean, we were giving Bryan a lot of crap, but 99 is not that far off.
Not that far off at all.
They're also kind of tough.
I'll take it.
We gave a 1 and we gave a 9.5. So
okay, they're the Cleveland Browns. You got to replace them too. No.
All right, next. I got to do this. Team scores.
Boop. Let's see it.
Yikes.
Give me 1 second.
I don't feel great anymore. I felt really good. Going away. Usually it's the opposite.
Oh, there are 6 of us.
Yeah, duh. You know, Brian's over here in the dark.
I know.
Sheri's like, how did we get 6? There's only 5 of us here.
Hanging out with the Amish.
He's on plane. All right. It's all going great.
Sorry, I'm resizing something.
Oh, the suspense is killing me.
I know, right?
I've been trying to do that for years.
Hence the Littlewood. Anyway.
Easy.
So tough.
Oh, man. This is why Chris doesn't want to hang out with us, because you're so mean.
No, Chris
You are kind of mean, aren't you?